Welcome to this beautiful early morning at Aquatic Pier Beach in San Francisco, California. We start standing. Stand on your mat, breathe in through the nose, breathe out through the mouth. Now lift onto your toe mounts and direct the crown of your head towards the sky. Mobilizing your toe mounts, giving your body a chance to wake up. Breathe in into your chest through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Then change, start from the top, staying on your toe mounts and push one heel down at a time. Slightly abduct, pull apart your legs, rolling the weight onto the outer heel. Then lift the chest bone and slightly rotate your arms outwards. Drop your shoulders. And breathing down into the rib cage to avoid tension through the neck and shoulders. Just roll over your feet, creating space in the sole of your foot. Wherever your toes need opening and stretching. Then standing on your left leg, grab your right knee and lift your right knee more than hip height. Lower your right hip down. Now flex and point your foot to mobilize the ankle joint. Your left leg grounds through the outer heel, and your foot does a twisting action to drop the outer heel and then ground the big toe mount. This will create a stable arch in the center of your foot, giving your stance this springiness and lift that we need. Then change sides and lift the left knee more than hip height. Grab the left knee and pull the leg towards your chest. Pull the shoulder blades together and down towards your hips. Keep moving your foot, point and flex. Remember to ground your right foot through the outer heel, outer arch, and big toe mount, and then lift through the center of your foot. Now change sides again, bringing the knee more than hip height, dropping your right hip, and engage through the foot. Yogi toe, point your toes, and then lift the arms overhead, extend the spine, ground your outer heel and big toe mount. You are strengthening the lower back and your hip flexors. Strengthening the extensors of the lower backs helps achieve better posture. Now make sure you got space behind you. Else move to the front of your mat and step back into a low lunge. Massage over your right toe mount, pushing the heel forward and backwards. Then bring the knee over your ankle. Drop your hips as low as you can. Then lift the arms and push the back of your head into your interlaced fingers. Create length through the back of your head against this resistance. Then keep the head in line with the spine and lift the arms overhead, palms facing towards each other. Pinky finger pulling out, shoulders dropping. Lift the chin. Keep pushing your hips down. Beautiful. Then step forward into forward fold. Remember your grounding. Slightly abduct, pull the legs apart, rolling the weight onto the outer heel and then grounding the big toe mound, creating lift through the center of your foot. Release your head, your neck, the whole spine. Then bend your knees some and roll up into standing. Ground your hands onto your sacrum. Lift the chest, and you can come into a little standing back bend here. Now we're changing onto the other side again. So we're lifting the left knee up. Grab the left knee with your hands. Release the shoulders. Then lift the arms overhead and extend the spine. Remember to ground the outer heel of your right foot and the big toe mound. Lengthen and strengthen the lower back. Strengthen your hip flexors. Strengthening the extensors of the lower backs here for better posture. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. And step back into lower lunge with your left leg. Massage over your toe mound again, pushing the heel down. Keep the knee over your ankle. Then lift the arms and push the back of your hand into your interlaced fingers, creating length all the way to the back of your head against this resistance. And then keep the head in line with the spine. Lift the arms overhead, drop those shoulders. Engage the arms all the way into the pinky finger, creating lift through the upper body, grounding through your lower body. Keep arranging the head if you need to, pulling the crown of the head up. And then lower those hands down, step forward into forward fold. Remember to ground the heels and the big toe mounds. Roll through the feet if you want to. Release the head, the neck, the whole spine. Then bend the knees, come up into standing. Again, ground the hands or interlace the hands behind your back or on your sacrum. Come into a back bend or simply open the chest and stretch your chest. You can release the head tilting the head left and right, or looking over left and right shoulder, loosening up the neck here, tilting the head left and right, then bend the head forward, slightly backwards, looking up, and again look right and over your left shoulder. Then release the hands, inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, bending forward into forward fold, and then step backwards. And coming into plank, post first, starting on all fours, then extend one leg back, the other knee rests on the ground, then push into the heel and lift the bottom knee a few centimeters, engage the core, the hip points, zipping up all the way to the navel and step back into your full plank without moving pelvis and core. Your hips should now be at the same height as if you still had one knee down onto the ground in all fours. Remember to narrow your hip points, engaging the core. Zip very tight, pants up from the pubic bone all the way to the navel, creating this beautiful plank position here on the beach of Aquatic Pier. Then push back into down dog, walk back and roll up into standing. Draw the arms overhead. Bend or roll back forward. We're coming into triceps push-up. Come back into your plank, fingers parallel, pointing forward. 3 triceps push-up on your feet or on your knees. Keep the chest open, elbows are in and tight. Then push and walk back, leading with the pelvis. Roll back up, drawing the arms overhead. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, rolling back forward, crawling forward back into your beautiful plank. 3 triceps push-up, knees or feet. Keep the chest open, elbows tight next to your rib cage, then push backwards, leading with the pelvis. Roll back up, pulling the navel in, drawing the arms overhead. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, rolling back forward, engaging the navel. Crawling, walking forward one last time. 3 push-ups on your knees or on your feet, elbows tight and in. And on your last, you can lower down onto the belly. Now grab the floor with your fingers, spreading the elbows wide, and then lift with both elbows pulling out. Lift the chest and lower down like a wave. Like all of these beautiful waves here crashing onto the beach. Early morning waves coming in. Inhaling up, exhaling lower down. Keep pulling your elbows out and away from the shoulder. Stay on the tips of your fingers, creating length in the spine. We're creating mobility in the spine and core control from the deep muscles alongside our spine. Keep the legs engaged. I like pointing my feet to engage all the way and give my legs direction. Then put your hands either below the shoulder or keep them wide. Inhale, expand. Exhale, engage your powerhouse. Pull your tummy in and lift. Then turn the head to the right. Then bend the neck forward. And lift again and look to the left. You can breathe normally. Simply keep pulling your navel in, engaging the powerhouse, engaging your core to support your back, your lumbar spine. Navel is pulling in and away from the floor while we're looking over the left and the right shoulder. Either through support with the hands underneath your shoulder or keep the elbows wide here. Then push back into down dog. Imagine you're lifting your sacrum against an imaginary resistance, coming now onto your toe mounds, pushing against this imaginary resistance. We're doing some mobility work here for the first toe joint and training the tibialis anterior and posterior. So lift and lower down as if resisting. Then place the crown of the head onto the floor. Engage the extensors of your neck. Push the crown of the head or the forehead, whatever reaches the floor, into the ground, lengthening from the crown of the head into the tailbone. Then come back up and step forward with your right leg. Place your left foot at a 60-degree angle. Knee and foot are pointed into the same direction, so do not square the hips so you don't twist your knee. Then cradle the occiput, the back of your neck. Your elbows are turned parallel, then lift as a unit, pressing the head into the hand and extend the arms. Keep the back of your spine long. If you feel like you're losing the alignment of your head, at any time you can cradle your occiput again, the base of your skull, pressing the head into the hands, and then extending the arms back up, releasing those shoulders. Remember to keep the hips and knee pointed into the same direction of the foot. Allow the spiraling movement in your lower body, stretching your psoas. Then lower back down, stepping forward into forward fold. If you need to, shake your head, shake your shoulders, move through the sole of your feet if you need to, and then brace your core and draw the arms overhead, come into standing. Then roll back down and coming into plank pose, starting with the other side. So starting on all fours, then extend the other leg back while the other leg keeps on the ground, and push into your heel and lift the bottom knee a few centimeters. Engage the core, hip points are zipping up all the way to the navel, and then step back into your full plank. Beautiful plank without moving your hips or core. Fantastic alignment of the head. Remember this resistance. Imagine hands pressing into the occiput, creating length all the way through the back of your spine, pushing the crown of the head forward while the heels push backwards, and then lower down onto the belly. No tricep push-ups, but our wide cobra wave. So we're opening the elbows all the way to the side, grabbing the floor with the fingertips, engaging the core, pulling the navel away from the ground, And then looking over the shoulder, left and right. Every time the head comes back down to center, you're trying to pull the navel in a little more and away from the ground. Engage all the way through the legs. So engaging all the way into your toes, giving your legs direction, and then pushing back into down dog. Again, lift the sacrum against that imaginary resistance. Come onto your toe mounds. Mobilize your big toe mounds and train your tibialis anterior and posterior, the deep muscles that create our arches. Come up and down as if resisting, lifting through the resistance, lowering through resistance. Elongate through the front and the back of your spine the same way. Remember to inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Then come into warrior pose. Lift your left leg. Step forward with your left leg. Place your right foot at a 60-degree angle. Make sure that your knee and foot are pointing into the same direction, so the hip does not square but stays open. Then cradle the occiput, turn your elbows parallel, and then lift your head and arms as a unit, pressing the head into the hands, and then extend the arms. You can do the alignment again, also just pressing with one hand into the occiput. Remember to keep the back of your spine long, lifting through the back and the front at the same time. Allow that spiraling movement in your body. The head and the chest facing forward. Your leg pointing out 60 degrees. Then come forward with the hand, step forward into your last forward fold. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Let go of tension in the neck, the shoulders, and the whole spine. Then pull your navel in, roll up into standing, draw the arms overhead. Interlace the fingers once more behind the back, or push the hands anchoring against the sacrum. Come into either just a chest opener, pulling the shoulders down, or a slight back bend. Tilt the head left and right, look over your shoulder, left and right, and softly look down and up, lengthening the throat. Tilt the head once more, left and right, look over your shoulder, left and right, keep the chest open. Relax those arms, draw the arms overhead once more, and then close the hands into Namaste.